Hey guys, Vicky here, and I wanted to come on and talk to you about metadata mishaps. Here's another one in the news where the Supreme Court ruling had harmful metadata in the document, and now people are finding it. I believe it was in the form of comments or track changes. And so I want to explain what metadata is, where you can find it in the document, and then I want to show you how to remove it with one click if you're using Microsoft Word. So let's move over to a Word document. This is a version of my 100 tips book. Tip number 25 is about metadata and how to clear out metadata. And so let me first talk about what it is. So in the basic form, metadata is electronic data that travels with your document. Obviously, you have content that people can see in the document, but there's behind the scenes data such as basic file properties, your headers and footers, watermarks, track changes, comments, and so on. So I am going to show you now where you can see it with your eyes, the naked eye, and actually see the metadata. So if I go to File and Info, this is metadata. What the size of the document is, how many pages, how many words, total editing time. So if I charged you 4 hours for this document, you can look at it and go, okay, it only took you 13 minutes. So here's who the author is. If I click on Show All Properties, then you can see. This is interesting. So right now, if I publish this book, in the footers, it says copyright 2024, but the metadata says copyright 2017. I want to make sure I erase this. I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. Another place, let's talk about track changes and comments. I edit this document with my team. It looks like there are no comments. Looks like the track changes are off. When I look here, it says track changes are not turned on. However, what you can't see is if I go to original and I change it to all markup, you'll see this right column shows up. This is one indicator that I have some track changes or some comments in this document. If I click on Show Comments, and now these are, there are lots of steps here, but I'm going to show you in a second how you can quickly see if you have metadata. So I click on that, and I can't really see any comments because I don't have any comments on this page. However, if I go here and drop it down to list the comments, and then over on the right, the comments pane will pop up, and you can see all the comments in this. So had the staff on the Supreme Court had gone in here and turned on show comments and then list them, they would see that there were still comments in here by some of the judges. So that's one thing. The other, and then if I click on any one of these comments, then it would jump down to the part of the document where I'm referring to. And also track changes. If I go to next and things like that, I would be able to walk through the track changes. Now, and I do have headers and footers in here. Let me look down here. You can see my name and this one. And then I have some 2024 information. So that's the copyright. Now let me show you where to go where you can inspect the document to see if you have any track changes. If you didn't want to go through all of those steps, you would go to File Info and say Check for Issues and Inspect Document. So this is exactly what every staff member should do for any important document. Lawsuits and political campaigns have been won or lost because of metadata mishaps. Jobs have been won or lost because of metadata mishaps. So you want to inspect that document. Check for issues, inspect document. I click on that. You can see the different categories of metadata here. I'm just going to go ahead and hit inspect. And as we know, this is metadata here. Here I do have comments, revisions, and versions. So if I didn't want to go the long way and go to the review tab and turn on the comments, I can just go to the inspect document and see that I do have some comments and revisions. It won't let me go to those comments and revisions. I could just remove them in this window, but it's right there. Document properties and personal information, that would be this. And then I see some XML, some headers and footers and watermarks, some hidden text. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove all the comments, revisions, and versions. So I'll go ahead and say remove all. That's it. One click. It took me 1 second. Document properties and personal information. Keep your eyes over here. I'm going to click the remove all button. Done. That's removed. XML data. Go ahead and remove that. Headers, footers, and watermarks. I'm not removing the headers, footers, and watermarks. Keep that there. And then hidden text. I'll go ahead and remove all the hidden text. Okay. Okay, so that's it. So I've got clear metadata here. If I go and look at the document, say show comments, and I want to list the comments, and then there are no comments in this document. I don't have anything marked up. If I click next, there's nothing, there's no track changes in it, so I can go back to original. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's what metadata is. That's how you can find it within your document, some examples, and that is how you remove metadata in seconds using the document inspector. All right, thanks so much for watching, and be careful out there.